Harry Bentley, yeah, you've got a really nice ride coming up on Wednesday night. First meeting at the Valley, of course, on road to New Page, who finished last season in good order, and he's an exciting one to get back on.
He is. He finished the season in really good form, and yeah, great to get back on board. Looking forward to seeing how he goes.
He's had a trial. I know you didn't ride him in that trial. You've ridden him in a bit of track work, but are all the reports sort of positive that he's in good order to hit the ground running?
Yeah, I mean, Danny's certainly good for getting his horses fit at the beginning of the season, and I don't expect this horse to be any different. I sat on him the other morning and he felt really good. He was moving very, very nicely, and yeah, all good.
He continues to sport his tongue tie, Harry, but he has had a rather different sort of gear change, if you will. He's been gelded. Talk me through that decision. Did you have any part to play in that?
I don't think I played much of a part, but it seemed quite obvious there was just no point keeping him entire, and probably just get his mind focused on the job that little bit more, which is going to do no harm at all.
What he has shown, though, Harry, is a bit of versatility, because, I mean, he won off the front last time, but he took a sit the time before and won, so you've got options with a horse like him, haven't you?
I do. It wasn't actually the initial plan going out to lead, but he jumped well and didn't seem much pace early on, and I knew from having ridden him previously that he's a horse that just gallops and lengthens rather than quickens off a slow pace. So I took the initiative and it paid off. So at least we've got those options. Whether we want to lead or take a seat, we can decide on the day.
I thought what was quite impressive, for a horse who perhaps might not have been 100% fully focused, but when he was an entire, he kept finding to the line for you, didn't he?
He did. As I mentioned, he's a horse that really gallops. He gets this trip no problem at all. He could probably go further in the future, and he's got a good attitude, so there's more to come.
Yeah, very promising 4-year-old indeed. Talking of good attitudes and the will to win, you were very much sort of in the right place, right time on the weekend. Mark win, a chance spare, but a nice win nevertheless.
Yeah, you need a bit of luck every now and again, and I know this horse extremely well from having ridden him last season, and we were just denied on his last start at the end of last season, and unfortunately he bled that day. So he's a horse that I was hoping to get back on board. I was naturally disappointed to not be the first pick, but pleased I could step in as a super sub on the day. And another horse he should just gain a little bit of confidence again off getting his head in front. So there's more to come, hopefully.
Karis Teetan, first meeting at Happy Valley coming up. You've got what seems to be a nice enough sort of book of rides, and you're riding one for David Hayes, and amazing run, who finished last season in good form.
Yeah, Nick, he finished off pretty good, and let's hope he carries on his good form from last season to this season.
You've been on board him for the trials. He looked good in those.
Yeah, he's going very well. Of course, he ran I think last meeting, so he's pretty fit. His trial also has brought him on a lot. Like I said, it looked like it's a nice race to start for him, and like I said, he's gonna have to carry more weight now. Things gonna get a bit harder, so let's hope with his racing fitness he can perform well again.
Just sort of addressing that, I mean, it's there for all to see. Wins off sort of 48, 44 and 51. He's now up to £7 to 58. I know he's a sort of a fully matured, fully seasoned 6-year-old. Are you hoping that maybe, you know, the fact he is fit and well, and, you know, he hasn't not long been at the races, that might just be the edge that he needs to get the better of these? Yeah,
you will think so. And also he's a big boy. I think he can carry a bit of weight. So of course he's gone up in a weight. I think he can still do it. Seems like both those last win was really good win. He finished off really well, and if you look at his trial, he's been trialing really well too. So horse-wise, he's in good form. Hayes is in good form. Yeah. So let's hope he brings that on Wednesday.
And just from gate 10, Karis, you just sort of let him flop out of the gates and let him find a spot from there?
Yeah, the trick with him is you cannot use him from the start. He's a horse that wants to be ridden a bit quietly, and like you've seen, he's been finishing off really strongly.
Looking ahead now to Wednesday, you've got a nice enough book of rides coming up at Happy Valley. I wanted to ask you about Flying Rope for Tony Cruz. He's a horse that you've ridden in the past. You've trialled him recently. He obviously looks a decent chance on Wednesday night.
Yeah, last season he won a good race in the final day, and this season I trial him, and he's still a little bit heavy that trial, but I think after that he will improve, and I saw his weight is back to his normal weight, and I think he will get ready to it. Yeah.
And always great to have the support of Tony Cruz as well. I mean, a powerful stable, obviously always great to be on those horses.
Yeah, and always good to riding his horse, and his horse very nice and smooth, and and I hope. But the draw is a bit tricky for him, but hopefully he can get some luck and gets in, and yeah, he will win a good race.
You've got a decent book of rides, Jerry. Just quickly on one or two of the others. Plentiful, you ride for Pierre Rung. You're also riding in Braces, a horse that goes well fresh. So you know it's a nice card of rides you've got coming up Wednesday.
Yeah, I got a lot nice horse, but the draw is a bit tricky for both of them, and they all got outside draw. But hopefully the outside will help Embraces, because he always come from behind, and yeah, he's in a good form and good shape. Yeah, hopefully he will run good. Yeah.
Jamie Richards, you've got Storming Dragon lining up at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. I'm sure you were a bit more of a relieved man to see him get gate 5, weren't you?
Yeah, he doesn't usually have a lot of luck with the barriers, but he'll certainly take 5 over barrier 12 where he usually draws. But yeah, he raced really well last season. He did a fair bit of it, but he held his form all the way to the end of the season. It was a shame he couldn't win on the last day with Ben Thompson on him, but we're looking forward to him running on Wednesday night.
Yeah, the horse that beat him actually Regal Generally opposes, isn't he? On balance, I mean, as you say, even from tougher draws, he's a real honest, consistent horse, isn't he?
He is. He's sort of found his happy spot there at the Valley, and that's not to say he won't be coming back to Sha-Tin, but he did race very well there throughout the season. So he's had a couple of trials. First one he got tongued up by K and Rising, but he won't be there on Wednesday night, and the trial on Tuesday morning last week was good. So yeah, everything's in order.
Yeah, I had a look at those trials. They certainly did look good. They put him up a couple of pounds, obviously naturally, given that he was a close second last time out. But you think you've got something to work with there, even in a competitive race.
Yeah, I think he's around his mark. So hopefully he can front up and run his race. He usually does. So yeah, he's heading into the race in good shape.
And Jamie, I hope you don't mind me mentioning, obviously, last season very much, obviously, perhaps below par, I suppose, or maybe a bit disappointing in some respects, given that the results maybe didn't fall your way. But you started really well this season, which is great to see, and you look like you've got a really nice one in Bob General after the weekend, and that must have given you a big thrill seeing him win.
Yeah, it was. It was nice when a little plan comes together. We sort of had planned to try and start the new season strong and just get back in the groove a bit. We just sort of lost our way a bit there last year, and it's pretty disappointing when you watch 50 horses walk out the barn in 18 months. It's hard to compete after that, but hopefully we can show everybody that we've still got it there. And Bold General looks a really nice horse, and we're hoping that he's got more rating points in hand.
Yeah, and I guess the telling factor is the rebuild process, and when you get the horses doing the talking for you, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Really.
It is, and we've got some nice young horses there that haven't raced yet, sort of 4 or 5 young PPGs. So I think there's a little bit to work with there, but still plenty of empty boxes.